Good morning, my name is Bridget. Welcome to my walk. I'm just out here trying to get some steps in and just figured I'd kind of check in as it's been a while since my last little video. I think my last upload was during my 60-day challenge and I was doing pretty well on that. I made it to, I believe, like day 32, but I didn't upload up until that point. I think I only managed to get out like the first week of that challenge. I did have videos up until like day 32 or day 33, and then shiznit in my life really hit the fan and I basically just gave up on that challenge. A lot was going on in my life. I was kind of getting hit by all directions in my life, like work and family stuff and relationship stuff, and it was a lot. I pulled my back really bad and wasn't able to work out, and my mental health just took a toll with all the other stuff that was going on, and I basically just kind of said F it and gave up on the challenge and isolated myself. And other than going to work, I was just like binging and sleeping and just not making good choices at all. And it was a struggle probably the past 6 weeks now, but I'm still here. I'm still kicking around. I have kind of hit my breaking point this past week with everything that's been going on, and just came to the conclusion that, you know, life is always gonna life, and things are constantly gonna be happening, and things are constantly happening, whether they're good or bad. And I just need to find better ways to cope with things when they happen in my life, whether it's one major thing that's happening or it's 5 different things. And you know, it's a real struggle, but you gotta just keep moving and keep pushing forward. And the past week I've really been thinking about it, and I need to just find better ways to cope with things and healthier things to do and ways to cope with things that happen in life, because everyone's got their stuff, everyone's got their struggles, and sometimes life is great and there's nothing going on and, you know, everything is sunshine and butterflies and all that. And then other times you're just really trying to make it through a storm or a few storms at once, you know, and you can't just give up. You got to keep pushing. I kind of was like, you know what, I need some kind of structure. I need some kind of goals, because everything that's been happening, everything that is happening is out of my control, and I can't just hide away and let my depression take over. But I have to keep showing up for myself each day, because, you know, the only way things will get better is if you be positive and try and make things better, and at least do good things for yourself that you can control. Like, I can't control when life just smacks me around, right? But I can control how much I move my body. I can control what I put in my mouth. I can control, for the most part, the way that I think. You know, I've always struggled with negative thoughts and depression and all that, like many other people do, and I just need to continue to show up for myself daily and work through those thoughts and feelings. But the point is just having to show up no matter what. When I don't want to leave my bed, when I finish work and I just want to go home and sleep and cry, I need to put a positive spin on things and just be grateful for everything in life. Even when shiznit is really hitting the fan, I just need to be thankful and keep showing up for myself and my family and just do positive things. So basically, I decided that I need more structure, and I kind of need a distraction. I need a good distraction, something that I can do, something that I can focus on, and something that is just pure positivity, even if it's something difficult. Which brings me to the 75 soft challenge. Now, I have been kind of dabbling with little challenges here and there throughout the past few months, but haven't really committed to doing the 75 soft challenge. But we're starting it today, so welcome to day 1. And I kind of figured I would do this challenge because it takes me right up into the new year, which is nice. And it's very structured. Everything that you're doing is positive for your mental health and physical health. The challenge is moving your body more. I think it's like 30 to 45 minute workouts or activity. And then just like drinking, I think like 3 liters of water each day. I don't know if there's like a step challenge. I might do a step challenge, or maybe there's a step challenge in that, like 8,000 steps or 10,000 steps. I'm not sure. I'll put like the picture here for what I found off Etsy. Just kind of figured it's 75 days. It'll bring me into the new year, and it'll be a nice positive distraction. It'll be a challenge for me, and just kind of something to kind of get me back on track and something I can focus on. That's kind of the plan, is to do 75 soft. Sorry, I'm just walking around on my lunch break right now. Since falling off the 60-day challenge, I have gained weight. I think I've gained like 20 pounds or something in the past 6 weeks, which is crazy. But if you struggle with binging and depression, all that, like, if you know, you know. So I think when I weighed in this morning, I was 290.8. So not quite 300 pounds. So thankfully I'm not hitting that mark again. But I am getting pretty close, so I definitely want to start this challenge off right and focus on this challenge and bring that number back down, because I don't ever want to be over 300 pounds again. At my heaviest, I was about 342, and it was a struggle to get under 300 pounds, so we're not going back there. But, you know, things happen. I gained like 20 pounds, but that's all right. I'm showing up here. I'm here today. I'm pushing through. I'm gonna take it one day at a time. Not everything's gonna be perfect, you know, not everyone's journey is perfect. Some people can just get on a health journey and stick to it every day and not have any issues or screw ups or whatever. But if you're like me and you struggled with binge eating or overeating or emotional eating and depression and all that for a majority of your life, like I have, I've been struggling with binge eating since I was like 8 and depression since I was, say, like 12 or 13. It's hard to just like get over all that stuff and, you know, show up each day and rah 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 and be the best you can, right? It's definitely a challenge, but sometimes you just gotta restart, and that's fine. Starting 75 soft today. So I had my breakfast. I actually got the Starbucks protein iced coffee. It was like the sugar-free vanilla latte thing that they came out with recently. That was really good, really filling. I think it had like 40 grams of protein in it, which is shocking. So I had that, had some blueberries and 2 yogurts. So that was my breakfast. When I get back to work, I'm gonna have my lunch, which I think is just like a microwavable meal that I brought with some fruit and then some veggies as well. So I'll show you that. I'm gonna run some errands after work, and I think I'm gonna count this walk as like my workout. I'm just gonna kind of show up and do the best I can, and like I said, focus on doing this 75 soft challenge because I need the distraction and I need to get back to my healthy habits. And in that, I'm really going to focus on my nutrition and getting back into my calorie deficit, because I had my personal macros done at the beginning of my 60-day challenge, and I haven't been using those at all for the past 6 weeks. I've been eating like 3,000, 4,000 calories a day, and I need to not do that, because obviously it's not good for you, obviously, but I'm already feeling it, like gaining this 15 or 20 pounds, whatever it was that I've gained over the past 6 weeks. My clothes don't fit right. My shoes don't even fit right. My like sleep isn't good at all. Like I'm just not getting quality sleep. I'm not comfortable. I'm really feeling it. And I literally thought when I got on the scale this morning that I would be over 300 pounds again. And if that's what it was, then that's what it was, you know. I was 342 once, and I was over 300 pounds for like a good 10 years. We're just showing up, focusing on the healthy habits. I really just want to focus on my nutrition, hitting my minimum protein goal of 177 grams, I believe, and then eating under 2,100 calories. So that is my overall goal. And then obviously getting my movement in, getting steps in. I don't know if I want to do like 8,000 steps or 10,000 steps. I'm just going to do some daily check-ins and just kind of be as honest and real as I am, because it's not pretty. This journey is not pretty for me, and I just need to kind of put it out there and be honest and keep myself accountable, and when I don't have good days or when I'm struggling, just kind of show the reality of it, because when I feel like I'm struggling, I just kind of hide away and just drop off, and I don't want to do that. I want to keep pushing and keep showing up for myself, and if I slip up, I slip up, and if I can push myself through it and go for a walk or read a self-help book or whatever, like figure it out, just try and be as healthy as I possibly can. Day 1 of 75 Soft. We'll see how it goes. I am excited. I'm eager to get back on track. I need structure. I need to prioritize my health, because in the midst of all the chaos, I need something good to focus on. And 75 Soft is great for me because it has all the aspects of what I need to focus on. You know, moving my body, eating in a calorie deficit, getting my water in, reading a self-help book. I just really need positivity in my life and just happiness and joy. And I need to also show up more for myself and be grateful no matter what's going on, no matter what's happening in life. I just need to be thankful that I'm here and thankful that everyone I love is here, and that things will get better and we will push through them and just keep showing up. So that's it. That's my little ramble so far. So I'm gonna finish this walk and I'll check with you a little bit later. I am officially done for the day. It has been a very long but successful day. Even though I am only on day 1 of the 75 Soft challenge, I am so glad that I decided to get back on track and just kind of get back into a calorie deficit and move my body, because for the past 6 weeks I have really been in a deep, dark depression hole, honestly. Today is actually the first day that I felt in control in regards to my food, and that I actually felt some joy, if I'm being honest. And I'm eager to try and get back to being on track and just feel more motivated and excited for the days, and just kind of get back to trying to be a better me, as corny or weird as that might sound. But finishing off day 1 of 75 Soft strong, and I am definitely eager to see how the rest of the week pans out. But I'm just gonna go over my numbers. So before I do that, I did end up having lunch at work. So I had the butter chicken microwavable meal, and then I paired that with some fresh bell peppers and also a pear. And then I did have my 2nd liter of water during my lunch as well. So that was really great, really filling lunch. And then when I came home, I had this pasta that I got from Costco. So it was like these spinach, cheese, ravioli noodle things. I've never had them before, and they were actually pretty good. I had that, and then I also paired that with a homemade spaghetti sauce, which was basically ground turkey, mushrooms, bell peppers, and then this really healthy, clean ingredient spaghetti sauce, or just tomato sauce from Costco as well. So really great meal, very filling, very delicious. And then for dessert, I ended up having these pretzel peanut butter little bite things that I also got from Costco. That was also my first time buying those, and as delicious as they are, I don't think I'm gonna be buying them again, just because I know myself, and it was very hard to just measure out the serving for what I had in regards to like staying with my calorie deficit and enjoying a dessert, just because with the way that I am and have been for a long time, unless it's like pre-packaged, like individually portioned stuff, it's hard for me to just portion out a serving and then kind of put everything back and not go back for more or whatever. Like I have very little self-control, and honestly I'd probably say I have no self-control. So I definitely prefer to buy individually packaged things, because then I just grab the package, that's it, and then I don't have to worry about weighing anything out or measuring anything out. It's already done for me, and then I'm a lot less tempted to just grab another handful or just like measure it out, but then be like, F it, I'm just gonna eat more, right? So because I am just coming off of like a 6-week binge, I don't want to tempt myself more than I already am. So I probably won't buy those for a little while, but they were definitely delicious and worth buying if you haven't tried them yet. Going over my numbers for today, I did get my movement in. I had my 45-minute walk during my lunch break. And then for steps, I decided that I was going to aim for 8,000 steps a day, not my 10,000 step usual, because again, I'm coming off 6 weeks of barely moving at all. Literally, I was leaving my house, going to my car, driving to work, being at work, which I sit at a desk, and then driving home and literally coming back to my room and going to bed. Like, that's how it's been pretty well every day for the past 6 weeks because of everything that's been going on in my life, and mentally I've just been really struggling. My depression's been really bad, which also means that along with my binging, I have had very much lack of movement. I'm lucky if I hit like 2,000 steps a day. I don't want to jump in and be like, I need to get 10,000 steps a day, because that's just not happening. I'm aiming for 8,000 steps, but also that's not really like a main goal for me. I'm just trying to get the 45 minutes of any kind of movement in, and if it's 45 minutes all at one time or 20 minutes here, 25 minutes there, that's great. At the end of the day, I just need a total of 45 minutes of movement from the whole day. Some steps, I hit my 8,000 step goal, which was 9,064 steps. For food, I ate within my calorie deficit of 2,073 calories. So as long as I'm 2,100 calories or under, I'm happy with that. I did not hit my protein goal. My minimum protein goal is 177 grams. I did hit 133 grams, but again, going off 6 weeks of literally just eating whatever I wanted, giving into any kind of temptation or craving on a whim, and eating literally like 3,000 calories a day and not caring what I was eating. Mostly it was like chips and pizza and burgers and whatever I could basically hit a drive-through on my way home is what I've been eating for the past 6 weeks. So definitely wasn't hitting any protein stuff or even thinking about it for the past 6 weeks. So I'm definitely not gonna just jump right back to hitting those protein goals. I stay within my calorie deficit, which is amazing considering I haven't done that in 6 weeks. I haven't even cared about doing it and have been eating, averaging 3,000 to 4,000 calories a day. So being in a calorie deficit is a big win for me. I am very happy about that. Carbs was 250 grams, fat was 64 grams. And then I did get my 3 liters of water in, which is great because also the past 6 weeks, I've been dehydrated like crazy. I wasn't really drinking much because again, I was just going to work and then coming home and eating and sleeping. That's pretty much it. So wasn't getting much water in that timeline, but that's all in the past. We are not going to dwell on all of that. I'm just getting right back on track today and doing the 75 soft challenge. So those are my numbers for today. All in all, really great day. I am going to finish off with reading my book. So I am starting off with reading Why Has Nobody Told Me This Before? That's the full title there. Why has no one told me this before? It's Everyday Tools for Life's Ups and Downs. I have had this book for over a year now, and I've tried to read it twice, I think, and then just kind of fell off because, you know, life just gets to be too much sometimes, and I need to get better at not just staying on track, but also finishing things that I start and kind of time managing better, especially when I work full-time and part-time and trying to get to the gym or just be more active in general, and all that can just become very overwhelming. So I think I just need to kind of make a list of like what my priorities are, and right now my main priority is the 75 soft challenge, just because I really want to focus on getting back into a calorie deficit and getting more movement in. Not so much to be like, oh, how much weight can I lose and all that, which of course losing weight would be great. Really hopeful that happens at some point, but at the end of the day, I really just need to focus on not binging and just moving my body, because that's really gonna help with my mental health as well, which really I need to focus on because the last 6 weeks have been extremely dark and tough, and I don't want to go back to that because it's a very slippery slope. For me, I've struggled for a very long time, so definitely want to try and nip it in the bud when I can. So I'm gonna read this and then I'm gonna go to bed because I am planning to go to the gym tomorrow morning. I start work at 8 a.m. and it takes me about a half hour to drive to work. And I'm gonna go to the gym before that, so I have to be up at like 4:30 to go to the gym and get a decent workout in. And as long as I can do like 45 minutes of the gym, a mix of the treadmill and weights, I'm happy. It's definitely gonna be an early day, but right now I just feel like I kind of would prefer to get up at the butt crack of dawn and go to the gym when no one's there, because I haven't been in the gym in so long. I have that ridiculous overthinking feeling, a nagging voice of being like, you can't go to the gym, you haven't been there in so long, you've gained weight, people are gonna be like, oh, like, where has she been, blah blah. I know it's only in my own head because nobody really cares, everyone's just focusing on themselves, you know, trying to better themselves at the gym. But sometimes like the voice in my head just kind of irritates me and I can't shut her up. So it's just easier to go to the gym super early in the morning for this week and get my workouts in before I go to work, rather than trying to push myself and argue with myself and feel more uncomfortable trying to get back into going to the classes after work. So I don't want to make this challenge harder on myself. Right now, mentally, I'm not comfortable going to the workout classes, so that's fine. If I want to just continue going on walks, then I'll do that. But I really kind of want to get back into going to the gym, so I'm just gonna go first thing in the morning and try to get to bed early, and I can wake up much earlier and just have that time at the gym in the morning. But I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna read my book, and I will see you in the next one. If you're on a weight loss journey, if you're like me and your weight loss journey is like up and down, you do great for a few days or a few weeks, but then you fall off, it is okay. We are in this together. Not everyone can have a weight loss journey where they're constantly losing weight or constantly on track or able to go to the gym all the time and all that. Life kind of smacks us around every once in a while, and sometimes we're not able to cope with it as much as we would like to, and sometimes we fall off, and that happens. We're all human. We're gonna make mistakes. We're going to do the best we can, as long as we keep showing up for ourselves and get back on track, whether it be a few days later or the next day or a few weeks later like myself. It's fine. Everyone's doing everything in their own time. Don't stress about it. Don't worry about it. Don't be hard on yourself, and don't dwell on things you can't change. That's something that I am constantly trying to remind myself of, and just trying to not be so hard on myself, because that's just how life goes. Life is always going to happen, and I just need to find better ways to cope with the challenges that I face and the things that happen that I definitely don't expect to happen. But, you know, that's life, and I'm just grateful to still be here and that the people that I love are here, and I'm just happy that I had a great day, and I hope that you had a great day. Keep going, keep showing up. We are in this together. We can do it. Just take it one day at a time, and we will get through this. I hope you have a great night, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.